Yeah, here we go, I'm TJQUaKe, the ghetto gamer on this gaming thing.
Well, we are back again, ladies and gentlemen. It's TJQUaKe's Ghetto Gaming, and we're back once again with some crazy flavor for your behind. And I'm talking crazy flavor because that's all I bring. That's all what I like. I love bringing the crazy flavor so we can wake up America. We need to wake people up, people. We need to wake people up because, man, it just never ceases to amaze me. You just, every day, there's always something, man. I can't keep up with all this craziness, dude. I literally can't. There's literally a story every single day on just political wokeness. People just losing their minds. The world we live in today is nothing like the world I grew up in. Nothing. We are literally gone insane in this country, dude. Literally. And it's because of stupid heifers like what I'm about to show you right now and everything. I'm about to show you this thing. It's a little documentary TV show that's just started happening. I think it's in Canada called CBC. What is it? CBC's information. I forgot what the daggum show is called. It's irrelevant personally because I don't recommend anybody going to watch this show. And this is the reason why I'm going to show you a little couple of segments from the show so you guys can see what it is. It's to demean white people. It's to demean white women and everything. And then you got Karens, white women that are going along with it. At least most of them are and everything. Because what I'm about to show you is a clip or a couple clips here of these white women at this really nice little dinner with this black woman, this older black woman, and this in her mid-50s looking Indian woman who almost acts like she's black herself. She kind of tries to claim like she's black, but then she says she's you'll see. But it's called the Deconstructing Karen or something like that. I guess that's what it is. And these are supposed to be supposable Karens, who always complain about the ones to get in and say, get your car off my lawn. Always complaining about shiz and everything. And that's what just in generally with anybody, whether it's a black person, white person, Hispanic person, they just generally just jacked up women in general. But these are your typical just women who just, living their lives, nobody's giving them anything or anything. Like they just live the normal lives like anybody else. But because they're white women, they have to freaking bow down to the freaking black woman, the black people, that their ancestors freaking did so many horrible things to our people. Forget our own people that actually did that shit to us from the get-go. Well, yeah, everybody keeps forgetting about that part. The Bohemians that I put in that last video and the rest of those other Western African tribes out there, they were along with them selling black people into slavery. Yeah, no, nobody wants to talk about that though and everything. Oh, it's only the white man. Only the white man ever did this. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, so we're going to get into it. I'm going to show you a couple of these clips and everything and give you my perspective on the stupidity that's happening here and why if we don't stop this nonsense, we will turn America into a real racism again. Because, ladies and gentlemen, there was a time when we did live in a racist period. Yes, back in them good old 60s, the Jim Crow era, which I'll show you a little knick-knack of that, when real racism actually existed, when black people really dealt with real issues of racism, not the bullshit that they call racist today. Oh, yeah. Let's go on and start off with these good old Karens here. And you guys get to see their guest host, the wonderful guest host, give her reasoning behind why she's saying the things she's saying and why white women and white people in general need to start bowing down to them. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. And ladies and gentlemen, this should be offensive for black people and white people alike. Both sides of the spectrum should be pissed off at this shit because this is a divisive situation. This is dividing Americans. This is dividing races. This is literally putting back old Jim Crow. I can't say it. And the people that are doing it are black people. The very people that fought to get rid of Jim Crow laws, to be unsegregated, are the same people that are asking for segregation again.
You know what I expect of white women? Not a damn thing. Nothing. I expect nothing of you because you have never given me anything.
Okay, can I stop her right there? Did any of that make sense with you? Already this thing is already starting off freaking cringe as hell and everything. Starting off cringe as hell. I don't want nothing from you because you never given me anything. You hear me, white woman? You never given me anything, so I don't want nothing from you. Does that make any sense? If they never gave you anything or whatever, then what's the point of you saying I want nothing from you? I don't think they were planning on giving you anything in the first place. But you're up there assuming that that's what they were thinking. Anyway, and let's listen to the white Karen here who's actually going to bow down. This is what white people look like when they bow down.
I can't trust you, okay?
I am a liberal white woman. We are absolutely the most dangerous women out there. We are the most dangerous women that exist because we want to think that we are better.
White women have abused us our whole lives. Why do we have to hold your hand? Can't we just tell you, hey, you guys have hurt us. This is what you've done. Now make it right.
I have this
Says the Indian woman. Okay, now you're going to find out that she's actually Indian. She's from Pakistan or something like that. I forgot if she's from India or Pakistan. I think one of the two. I think it's India, actually, and everything. Now, this woman, she didn't have to come to this country. Her parents didn't have to come here. No, they came here for a better life, and they found one and everything. I bet you she lives in a nice, prestigious neighborhood and everything. But all she has to complain about is the white women. The white women have been so horrible to us all our lives. How come you didn't stay your ass in India then? You didn't have to come to good old boy America. You could have kept your ass back there in India. But no, you want to come to the land of the free, the place of opportunity. Because that's what was told to a lot of these foreign people. And they all come here. And most of them, which I pretty much believe she probably was born here. Her parents are probably from India and everything, you know. But, you're going to trip on what she says about raising your hand if you're a racist. Oh, yeah, check this one.
With people that I know, friends, lawyers, everybody, and they'll say, well, Regina, there are some good white people. And I'll go, well, what have the good white people been doing for the last 450 years? What have you been doing?
I ask that same question about black people. What have black people been doing good for the last 450 years? Miss Jada Pinkett, old woman? That's the nickname this woman's got now and everything. What have black people been doing? Let me see. Let me think. Let me see. If you go into the hood, you can see real quickly what black people have done for each other. Like shooting each other up. There's one of us right there. Pow, 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 pow.
In hoodies and ski masks, open fire on a 17-year-old. You can see him run for his life. His mother is furious.
That somebody would do something like this.
Surveillance video shows Jamonte Brown waiting for a ride when Josiah Hassel's car pulls up. Hassel walks up behind Brown, points a gun, and shoots him right in the back of the head. Brown falls to the ground, and Hassel speeds off.
We just killed another one of our own. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna abort my child because the father left, and I just don't really want to have a child, and I'm gonna get rid of it and everything. Yeah. We've only killed over 1 million of our own through abortion. You know, the very thing you guys are all freaking crying about now because the GOP, who's angry and evil, they don't want you to kill your children. And that's horrible to tell you not to kill your children. It's such a horrible thing. A horrible place we live in nowadays, ladies and gentlemen, where we live in a country where people tell you not to kill your unborn child. That is horrific. I need to leave this country, but no, I'm going to stay.
Obviously, it's not enough because nothing has changed.
So I want a show of hands of everyone at this table who is racist.
Oh my gosh! The Indian woman rolls her hand.
Surprised that I raised my hand. When I said that I was racist, I am racist against black people. So it's institutional. Indians are institutionally racist against black people.
I don't see color. I don't see. So how she said, I'm blinded to color. Like it doesn't
But see, they're going to get mad at her because she's blinded to color. Oh, wait till you find out what she says to her because she says she's blinded to color. Oh, this is news to me. And it's so funny that the woman that put her hand up that said, I'm racist because I'm racist against this black woman right now. If I was that black woman, I'd be like, you are? Because I thought we were just having a good time in the other room back to when we was talking to the camera. Oh, so you telling me now you racist? And you see the black woman, she's up there going, yep, she racist. That's my girl. Go on, girl. Give me cat. Let me clap, clap, clap. Yeah, she's racist. What's that? Any of this make any sense to you guys? Okay.
Faze me at all. When we bleed red.
I'm just going to drop the bomb here. That's white supremacy.
Oh my gosh, it is?
Colorblindness is white supremacy. Do not teach your kids to be colorblind. Do not talk about colorblindness. Don't say that I don't see the color of your skin and we cut ourselves open, it's bleeding red.
If you're going.
So don't say that anymore. We can't say that we all bleed red and we're human. We can't say we're human anymore. We have to say some completely different things. You see the people that are pushing the racism, ladies and gentlemen, and everything? If white people were to say the same things that are coming out of these two colored women's mouths right now, they would be thrown out of the country. They'd be trying to lynch them like they did blacks back in the day when real racism existed and so forth. Oh, that's what would happen to white people today. If you say the shiz is coming out their mouths, any of these white women started coming out saying this shiz right now, oh my gosh. That's right. That's white supremacy saying that you're colorblind. Though I think you're missing the point behind what she was trying to get at. In other words, she's saying she doesn't look at your skin color. She looks at you as a human being, dumbass. But these freaking idiots don't believe in human beings anymore, I guess. We're all some different type of alien species living amongst each other.
If you're going to cry, leave the table and go into the living room there.
It's right there.
When a white woman starts crying, what happens?
Did you see the look on that white lady's face? Because she was starting to get a little teary-eyed. She was feeling a little emotional about this and so forth. She's feeling a little emotional. She's like, if you're going to cry, go into the other room and sit in the couch in there like she's a child. You see the look on the white lady's face? She was like this. She was like, you know that inside her brain, what she was thinking, this black bitch got nerve to tell me what the fuck. That's what she was really thinking. Like, you got nerve to be telling me about, girl, I ain't no damn child. I'm not your kid. The look on her face was priceless. Where's that look? Look at her face right there. If you're going to cry, take your white lily ass in there in the other room and sit on the couch in there. We don't need that up in here. Okay? You understand what I'm saying, you white girl? She's like, the woman's like this. She can't believe that she's being talked to this way. But yet she has to sit there and take it and everything. Because they're supposed to be white liberal women who are supposed to be feeling for black people and the pain that we're going through. Let's move on. Let's keep going.
There.
It's right there.
When a white woman starts crying, what?
Oh, I also like the part the girl said, it's right there. There's the living room right there.
Happens.
All the attention is to everybody.
When I was in Charleston, South Carolina last summer, I get into my Lyft and the guy turned around and looked at me and he said, lady, he goes, I hate to have to say this to you, but if I get pulled over, you're just another black woman. And he's black. And he said, put your hands up, do as they say, do not make any trouble.
He actually told you that.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, dear God.
Of course.
That's the life he lives.
And so-
that's his reality.
But that's
insane.
But
That's his reality.
Anger.
She's worried that her kids are gonna die.
I cannot remember a
Look
time that I have
at
not.
the girl that's up there trying to separate herself from all the other white women. She's worried that her kids are going to die. So you other white women in here better start waking up. Okay? I'm with you, sister. This is a good one. Wait, where's the one? Okay, this is louder with Crowder, and Crowder caught this clip right here. Check this one out, y'all.
Let me ask you a question. How many of you would trade places with a black person in this society? Raise your hand.
Nobody.
I don't know the answer to that.
Well, it's yes or no. How many of you would do it?
I know I wouldn't.
I mean, I dated a Hispanic, very dark.
No, I'm not talking about the question is.
But I was going to have children, so I spent many years thinking of myself as having very dark-skinned children.
See, this is reason why. This is why we can't get nowhere, you ladies and gentlemen, because of stupid shits like that and everything. White people, stop bowing down to these flicking imbeciles and everything, because now she looks like an imbecile. She looks very stupid right now for saying that dumb comment and everything. Well, I've dated a very dark Hispanic man before, and I always wanted very dark-skinned children and everything. Well, then why did you get with a black man then? Because if you really want some dark, you get a black man.
Children.
Look at the way that girl's look at the way that lady was looking at her. Wait, go back to that.
Myself as having very dark-skinned children.
Look at her. She's looking at it like, girl, who are you trying to fool? All these women are in, these white women in here are trying to up the other one into I'm not racist. I like black. I was always wanting to have black, dark-skinned children. Wow, man, these two black women in here, or the black woman, is just making all these white women just bow down and try to see who can out virtue signal the other one. It's hilarious.
The question is, how many
What, they have
of
jaundice?
you would be willing to
Listen to
trade
the sad
places
violin.
in this society with a black person?
I think I would.
Absolutely. Okay.
I'm not saying there's not racism. Absolutely not. It's just saying
Stupid
I
question.
don't see it.
Yeah, but you know how
Not-
racist this country
Not
is.
to the degree that you do.
Oh
To
no,
be
you
frank
will
with
never know.
Are they talking about
in
Canada?
this country, we created the criminalization of black people.
I'm sorry, what?
And when your skin
What?
is seen as a weapon, you're never unarmed. And that's why black boys and men and women are dying in the street with their hands up.
No. See, let's correct that one, lady. We're gonna correct you on that, because I'm gonna show you guys a couple little knickknacks. It'll be right here.
And man, NBA Ben 10 was allegedly involved in a drive-by shooting that got his cousin killed. Let's take a look at what went down. On December 3rd, 2021, around 11:30 p.m., police deputies from the Ascension. Ben 10 is also the brother of another NBA affiliate named NBA Pap, who was arrested in connection with the murder.
Very rarely. The people that are killing all of our black people today are other black people, ladies and gentlemen. Go to these ghettos and find out who's shooting each other. Who's killing each other? Go to Southside Chicago. I dare any of these people to go down in Southside Chicago and find out. They'll be begging for a cop at that point. They'll be begging. Where's the police? Why are there any cops around? Is there a pop? The people are like, hey man, snitches get stitches. Snitches get stitches. You must be crazy. Don't be yelling police around here. You crazy? Shoot them dead in the head. Oh yeah, but we have to be afraid of the cops. We gotta, our hands are up. I wonder if you put your hands up when the gangbangers are coming by, will they not shoot you? This dumb black heifer right here don't know shizzle, and she's one of the problems that we have, because I don't see her uplifting our black neighborhoods. No, she wants to be over here spreading dirt and lies to these white women and everything, calling them the bad guys. The only racist I see in this whole situation is this black heifer right here. She's the racist, ladies and gentlemen. Don't get it twisted. Her and that Indian heifer that's right next to her.
Okay, old.
Oh. Yeah, as you can see, Crowder and all of them thought this shit was hilariously stupid.
Middle of the night in a cold sweat. I want to ask also to stop acting
Waking up.
shocked. So part of white feminism is acting so surprised when we tell you.
But it is. Why are you telling us not to act the way that we act if it is surprising?
Because
to me, that is surprising.
That upholds white supremacy. Why are your feelings so hurt?
Why are her feelings so hurt? Because you're blaming her for shit she hasn't done. That's why her feelings are hurt. You're calling her a racist to her freaking face. While you're sitting down having this nice little meal. Looks like all they eating is some breadsticks and shit. Some salads and so forth. And everything. You're up there freaking calling this woman all kinds of names. She's the only one in the room that's actually been freaking sticking up for herself, because the rest of them are a bunch of cowards. They're all a bunch of trying to virtue signal, especially the one that's sitting right next to the Indian chick. She's the first one. You guys should all be ashamed of yourself. I'm with you, girl. Yeah, I separate myself from the rest of these white racist women, because we are evil people. Our white race is evil. And us white women are the most dangerous people on the earth. We're the most dangerous. This girl's getting sick of it.
But why are your feelings more important than the reality of the violence of our lives?
You walk through the world with a different experience because you are a white woman.
But see, what they're not telling her is that the violence of their lives is being done to them by their own people. With them. And then, of course, my black brethren, the first person to punk me in junior high was guess who? A black man. Yeah, because I was wearing a freaking blue bandana when I was a break dancer. Yeah, I used to be a break dancer back in the day, and I used to break dance and so forth. And we used to tie bandanas around our legs to keep our pant legs tight to our ankles, so when we were doing our moves and stuff, it didn't get all in the way and so forth. I had been to have a blue one, had no idea about the freaking Crips and the Bloods, really. I mean, kind of had a somewhat of an idea, but didn't really know much about it. And then until I got into junior high. And I ran into this freaking dude who was a blood, happened to be a blood and everything. And this fool came up to me and says, man, take off that rag, fool. Give me your rag. And I'm like, what? What are you talking about? Your rag, fool. Give me your rag, nigga. And I'm like, man, I don't know what you're talking about. I ain't give you that. You better give me that rag before you knock upside your head. And I'm like, dude, this is my bag. I ain't giving you my rag. Like, I'm not giving you that. And he said, what? Boom, socked me dead in my chest. This dude was huge and everything. I was like, pow, oh, shit. Here, motherfucker, you needed that bad. Here, take it. I was like, what the frick? You know what I'm saying? So that was the kind of shit I dealt with. You know what I'm saying? But these women here want to have you believe that it was white people that was freaking doing that shit. No, my experiences have been with black people freaking acting stupid with me and so forth. It was people of color that was always messing with you and everything. The white kids never freaking messed with me once. If anything, they were more intimidated by me. I never had problems with that scenario. And yeah, don't get me wrong, I had some white people here and there you dealt with. That happens and everything. It happens, ladies and gentlemen, but not to the extent that these women here act like it's happening all the freaking time. My mom and them dealt with the real shiz. You guys want to see real racism? Here's real racism. I'll show you real racism. Ladies and gentlemen, that was where white racism, that was what racism lived, for coloreds only, whites only. You know? Here, what was this? Right here in the back. No smoking, colored seats from the rear. See, this is the period of time that my mom grew up in, where you really see black kids today, they ain't facing none of this kind of shit. They don't see this. Now you see the white guys on that side and the black guys on this side. For colored only, for white only over there. And everything. That, ladies and gentlemen, that was what real racism looked like. Not the stupid shit that you see going on now. No. This is what real racism looked like. You know what I'm saying? See, white, colored. The white people got to go in the front, the black people had to go in the back. And everything. See? For whites only. Yep. See that shiz? Right here. Imperial Laundry Company. We wash for white people only. You know? Here's a brother right here saying, we're all brothers in Christ. Yeah, those racist white people back in the day, they didn't think like that. And so forth. Because they were for segregation. You know, the stupid stuff that the black people were kind of almost for today. And I'll show you proof of that too. And everything. Yeah. And this was racism, ladies and gentlemen, to its finest and everything. You know what I'm saying? Where's that? Yeah, here we go. Y'all want to see racism? Here it is. Remember the buses back in the day? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Colored seat from the rear. Black people had to sit in the back of the bus. White people in the front. You know, Rosa Parks was the big story about that when Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat to the white man because she was sitting up there in the front of the bus. And he said, you're going to give me that seat. And she's like, I ain't leaving my seat. And what happened? They came and arrested her and everything because she refused to leave her seat and so forth. Yeah. And everything. And then after that, the black people went on strike. This is when black people were smart because black people was smart at one point and everything. We actually rose together as a collective and we boycotted the buses and everything and stopped taking buses and so forth. We started walking to work, taking bikes and stuff like that and so forth. And we said, frick you motherfuckers, you guys going to treat us like this, then we're not going to pay money to get on your bus no more. And guess what? That started jacking up the bus company and their dividends, that money. They were losing money. They were like, oh, dang, we can't have this. So guess what? They got rid of that freaking rule. And now all the blacks got to sit everywhere they want. See, when black people learn to do stuff as a collective, they fought for real rights and real freedoms when the shiz was actually that way. But black people today, the problem with black people today is they all act like this black woman, this Indian woman, and this freaking thing here, acting like as if they're still going through that kind of shit today. Listen to this one brother right here on Brandon Tatum's show and everything. He's another one of these knuckleheads that I be tripping off of because they make no sense. The majority of them make no sense and so forth. So let's go. This guy starts off right here. Listen to this fool. Brandon Tatum, and y'all need to check out Brandon Tatum because he is the man on the flow right here. Officer Tatum got his own little radio show, his own little thing. He's one of the reasons why him and Black Conservative and ABL, a number of these guys who are all black creators, by the way, and everything. They're the reasons why I kind of got into wanting to do what I'm doing now.
One thing I can say about this is justice has a two-faced prospect here in the United States, and the United States have not been all that great to black people. You know, I'm African American, and it's just based on some of the things that we have been seeing with a lot of the atrocities in the judicial system. We have not fared out all that well. And
Eugene, I want to interject real quick. Has America been good to you?
Well, as an African American, I can say that I have done okay for myself, but
there's always a but. There's always a but. I like this next question that Brandon comes up with him on right here.
Gene, let me add this. Let me add this point as well. Is there another country that you think is doing better for black people than America?
Well, I've actually lived in Africa for a little time period during the 80s and the 90s, and black people seem to do very well in those places despite what you see on TV.
Yeah, but I mean, do you want to live? Would you want to live in Africa? Because would you rather live in Africa or a country in Africa or live in the United States of America?
Well, you know what? I belong to a part of a group called the Afro Diaspora Political and Economic Think Tank. And we have been pushing for both reparations and also for the exodus of Africans out of America.
Really? So he's been pushing for reparations, which pretty technically where he should go to get those reparations, he should go back to Africa where it started. Because those are the motherfuckers that put us in slavery. Yeah, they had us in slavery first before the white man came over here. Then they thought, oh, great, we could trade our slaves for your guns and gunpowder and all these other things you guys got. Here, have them. Take all these motherfuckers. We don't give a flip about them. Do whatever you want to them. We were going to kill them anyway because that's what they did. They killed us for rituals and stuff like that. Oh yeah, the homie, you know that lie that that movie they got out with the woman king. Yeah, they were actually the ones. They weren't fighting for freedom to fight for their land and so forth against the colonialism. No, that's not what they were fighting for, because they were cool with the white man when they came over. They were trading. What they were fighting for was to stop the white man from keeping them from doing slave trade still. They wanted to keep it going. And the white man was coming over and saying, hey, we're not going to do this anymore, and we need you guys to stop too. They're like, this is how we make our money. This is how we built our kingdom so high and beautiful. We got to make money off of this shiz. No, we need to keep this shiz going. And the French said, nope, sorry, we're not doing it. So we're going to stop you guys from doing it. And then that's when the conflict happened. Yeah. Oh, no, they didn't tell you that part of the story, though. You go watch The Woman King and see if they show you that. They don't. And then go read up on the Dahomey Kingdom and the Dahomey Amazon warriors, those Amazon women. Oh, yeah, you'll find out what they were really fighting for. It wasn't for keeping their land, from the white man. Oh, no. Yeah. But listen, ladies and gentlemen, this is let me show you one more thing here. I'm gonna let you see what real racism looks like now today, because this is what they consider racism today. What I just showed you right there, that was like, that's nothing compared to what the racism that these black women are dealing with here at ASU. Come on, ASU, show us the racism that you guys you're dealing with here. And this is gonna be good. Go on, girls.
Yeah.
What did I do wrong?
You have a better. You're offensive. Police lives matter.
You have the same sticker.
We're just trying to do school.
What?
You guys have the same sticker of the other.
But this is our space.
We've got a police lives matter sticker, and we're getting kicked out. Can't do school. You just said we have to leave.
No, I said you're making the space uncomfortable. But you're white. Do you understand what a multicultural space is?
But you're white. Do you understand what a multicultural space is? That means you white people shouldn't be here. Now take your little white butts back out of here and take your little police, Blue Lives Matter, and anything that you're saying wrong against Biden, our white president. You notice they get offended if you say anything about Biden, the most racist motherfucker out there. Oh, yeah. But black people all voted for his behind. Wow. Isn't that just rich? But yeah, they want them to leave. This is a multicultural space. See, who's starting segregation again, ladies and gentlemen? Black people are. Black people are doing it. I did a video not too long ago about a black principal at the school in Daggum, Georgia. Okay, I think it was Atlanta, Georgia. And she was separating the black children from the white kids. The white kids were supposed to go in another class and be taught only by white teachers, while the black kids had to be in another class being taught only by black teachers. Guess who started that? The black principal did. She made that happen. And a black woman, mother of her child, was horrified by this, because she got mad because she wanted her daughter to go and basically be taught by this one particular teacher. And she was wondering why her child wasn't being able to be taught by them. And the principal said, oh, well, no, we have all the black children over here, and that's a white teacher, so she can't be taught by her. She's like, what? Oh, hell to the no. I don't think so. She couldn't believe it. She couldn't believe it. She said, this is literally segregation. This is Jim Crow all over again. That video I was just showing you with all whites only, blacks only. Yeah, that's what Jim Crow is. That's what these two girls are wanting to happen right here. Let's finish it off a little bit more.
It's not being centered.
White's not a culture?
No, it's not a culture. White is not a culture. Say it again to the camera. You think whiteness is a...
I would have said it. Yeah, white is a culture, you dumbass. Wait, why are you going to this school? What are you learning here? Have you learned anything? No.
A culture?
This is insane.
So anyways, this is the violence that ASU does, and this is the type of people that they protect. Okay, this white man thinks he can take up our space, and this is why we need a multicultural space, because they think they can get away with this shit.
What are they getting away with? Sitting at a table doing their homework, which is something you should be doing? They're doing this is the reason why these two white boys here, this is the reason why they're going to go up in society and become something where your dumb black ass ain't going to be nothing but an activist. That's all you are. You don't need to go to school to do this shiz and everything. These girls ain't learning shiz. and everything. They don't know history. They don't know present day. They don't know squat. Up here freaking talking shiz on these two white boys because they're sitting there peacefully minding their own business and everything. Minding their own business, ladies and gentlemen. But they're going to be called racist now because he happened to has a Police Lives Matter sticker on his laptop. Makes no damn sense. I showed this video long before, but I wanted to show it again because I just a piece of it just so people can see this is what they call racist now. These two kids right here sitting at a table trying to do their thing. And then these two dumb black bitches come over here and freaking start shit. And that's why I'm calling them that because that's what they are. And everything. I call it what it is. I call a spade, motherfucker, and that's what it is, and so forth. These two dumb ass freaking heifers at ASU shouldn't be there. They should have been kicked out for this. No, they had to write a freaking paper about the wrong they did. They should have been booted out because if that was these two white boys and they did that to some black people, oh, they would have been gone. Oh, it would have been over. They would have been protesting the freaking street. College would have had to close down. Oh man, they would have been all kinds of craziness going on, and so forth. Unreal. But see, this is what black people really dealt with when real racism was around, ladies and gentlemen. That's racism. So people but see, the black youth will never see this though, because they didn't live through this. Martin Luther King, my mom, my grandmother, they lived through this type of stuff. They lived through these periods. See, white waiting room. Where do you go in America now where you see it says white waiting rooms, white restrooms only, white this, white that only? And everything. Black's got to be over there and so forth. My mom will beg the difference. She'll tell you, oh, well, TJ, now there's places out there in Oklahoma, way out now. I said, where in Oklahoma, Mom? Way out in boondock, rinky-dinky town. There's like maybe 70 people population, 100 people max and everything. Oh, wrinkly downtown, all rusted looking and shiz. Ain't nobody going there. Hardly nobody living there and so forth. You mean those towns? And so forth. Yeah, granted, you might have a couple of them way out in the back woody areas of no man's land that nobody goes to. Yeah, you might see a couple little stupid things like that still around and everything. But the mainstream of America is not like that. That's my problem with black people and everything. This black man on this freaking show with Brandon Tatum, said he lived in freaking Africa. You lived there for 3 years, but you came back. Why? Why did you come back, dude? That's what I want to know. Why did you come back? If these white women are so racist to these women and so forth, why are they there at a table with a bunch of white women that they can't hate? I can never trust you. I would never trust a white woman. Good, then get your freaking black ass out then. Because it seems to me the dominant people that are in that room are the white women. So what are you two black women doing up in there then? If you guys can't be around them, you can't trust them and so forth. What the frick are you doing there for then? And so forth. I say this to every motherfucker. I don't care if you're black, white, purple, Indian. I don't care what country where your people derive from. If you don't like it here in America, take your funky ass back to the country that you originated from and so forth. And leave the rest of us alone. Leave the ones that want to be peaceful with one another, who like this melting pot. I'm one of those people that love the melting pot and everything. I grew up around white kids all my life. They were my friends. My best friend back in the day was Bobby Bauer, who was a white boy. And he and his mom and his brothers and his dad took me in like I was a son of theirs and so forth. So stop with all this bullshit about freaking white people are so freaking evil and everything. If you don't like this country, take your black motherfucking ass to Africa. That motherfucking asshole right there took his butt to Africa and he came back. Why? I just want to know, why did you come back, dude? You were living so great in Africa. Why didn't you stay there? You don't know why he didn't stay there, people. You know why he's not living there now? Because he knows that it's better here in America. That's why. He got his degree in college and all that stuff. He did all that here. He did that right here in the good old United States. Where's that part at? Where Brandon's talking to him about the college that he went to. Let's see if we can get to that real quick.
Africans? Wait. You mean Americans of African descent to exit America, or are you saying Africans to exit America?
We call ourselves, the African descendants of enslaved people, which is ADOS. I don't know if you're familiar with that acronym.
Yeah, I heard of ADOS, and I think that's what it's called. But I heard of it, but let me just challenge you on a few points, man. I think that I disagree with you saying that America, as if America is exclusively responsible for everything that happened to black people, saying that America has not been good to black people. I think over the last, I don't know, 60 years, black people have not been good to black people.
And Bartlett Street in Brooklyn last week. I'm speechless because 6 years old. This is an angle of video that you'll only see on News 4. You see a guy on a bike, his buddies come up behind him. This is Thursday, July 28th, around 5:50 in the afternoon. Eventually, those teens turn left. Detectives say that seconds later, they encountered a 6-year-old girl. One of them punched her in the chest. Then the other two swooped in and stole her Razor scooter. The video picks up again as they race down Thorpe. One guy
do something like this.
Surveillance video shows Jamonte Brown waiting for a ride when Josiah Hassel's car pulls up. Hassel walks up behind Brown, points a gun, and shoots him right in the back of the head. Brown falls to the ground, and Hassel speeds off.
And that's probably been the most determining factor in the...
Booyah. But this guy doesn't want to hear that. He don't want to hear that. See, but there's black people out there that don't want to listen to they don't want to make sense of the very thing that they actually live through and see every day on an everyday basis and everything. They see this all the freaking time in the hood where they live in. But the black people that don't live in those hoods anymore, because you notice what black people, anybody ever notice what black people do when they get rich and they make money and they start making it up there? Where are all the athletes at? All the football players, all the baseball players, all the singers, even the rappers. Snoop Dogg, who came out of Compton. Where do you think Snoop Dogg lives, ladies and gentlemen? Do you think Snoop Dogg still lives in the freaking hood? Oh no! Matter of fact, Snoop Dogg lives like down in this one area. It's like there's an area out close to where my wife's job is, and kind of going towards Chino. He has a couple houses there in different places. There's a gated community, richy ass nice area. He takes his boys out to football. But Snoop Dogg is like the average dad. You know, he actually, this persona that you get from Snoop Dogg is that he's this gangster killer. Yeah, nigga. No, Snoop Dogg's actually the average man who takes care of his kids. He's got kids. He takes them to football practice. He used to have a football team for them, a whole nine. He lives over there in that little ritzy area down out there, not too far from where my wife's job is and everything. Oh yeah, and he has a couple of other homes and so forth and everything. So, but I'll tell you where he's not living. He's not living over there in Southside Chicago. He ain't living in Compton or Inglewood no more in Cali. No, he ain't out there in there. Because why? Because Snoop said, I ain't staying around all these stupid ass flip necks. I ain't sticking around these fools. All they gonna do is come up here and try to take what's mine. Because that's what black people do. Black youth today, and I'm talking mainly the black youth because our older generation was smarter than this new generation of black people. Our new generation, dude, they're freaking gone loony. They're stupid as hell, dude. Stupid as hell. And I'm going to say that's what they are because they freaking keep buying into the bullshit and they give us a bad name. There's a video out right now where a bunch of black kids, there was some like 100, 200 black kids out there, okay, all under the age of 18. All like 16, 17, that range around there. They went into their local store in their neighborhood and ransacked it.
This is the first time Billy Bash has watched these videos. He was standing outside when it all happened around 8:30 Saturday night.
They wrecked the whole store.
He and other customers say most of the people they saw looked young, but old enough to know better.
Come on, man. This is where you get your food at.
How is the city going to get any better if we're going to keep destroying it? A lot of these stores are privately owned. They're not even chains, and they're not really insured. The insurance companies right now are so booked with paying out everything they've already paid out. They can't even get to pay these guys, so they're losing out of their own pockets, and that's food from their family's mouth.
Now, as for who did this, police have not arrested.
Destroyed the whole damn place and everything. One girl sitting at the damn counter talking while everybody's racking everything out there. She was at the sandwich counter by the guy up there, had the nerve to ask him, what, you gonna make our food or you gonna just keep videoing us all night? I'm like, what, make you food for what? You just destroyed my entire store and you want me to make you food? This is the mentality, ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about. And I'm embarrassed that these motherfuckers are my people. I'm embarrassed by it and so forth. It makes us look bad and so forth. They can't be upstanding people like Brandon Tatum here, ABL, Candace Owens, black people that are making something of themselves, people that are getting out there making things happen, and they're coinciding with our white brethren. And I call them my white brothers because they are white brothers to me. They're not these evil white racists that we saw back in the day and so forth. Now, you black people may hate me for saying that. Frick you, I don't give a shit and everything. You don't like it? Too bad. Don't watch my shits. It's not for you. And everything. This is for people that want to come together. My channel's for people that want to come together, not for a bunch of freaking crybabies so whining about the freaking damn past and everything. That's all you frickers do. Whine, 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 whine. The white man, the white man, the white man. But when we tell you to go to Africa, then you get offended. How dare you? That's racist. What? It's racist because you don't want to go back to the place where you originated from, where there ain't nothing but black people there. You don't have to worry about seeing a white face ever. But you want to stay here. This man came from Africa. He lived there for 3 freaking years. And then he comes back and wants to complain still. Like, why did you come back, mama? Why?
Actual we, right? We white women for sure. But I think there's also we African Americans, and we were slaves, right? And these things happen to us. That doesn't happen to everybody, right? I mean, and you, I understand, and I am here.
It happened to all African Americans.
Yeah. It didn't happen to you.
Like I said, that's exactly what she's telling you, you dumbass. And everything. You didn't live through that shit, so what the fuck are you complaining about? See ya. I'm out.
Here we go, I'm TJQUaKe, the ghetto gamer.
TJQUaKe, the ghetto